What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love P Valley, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about P Valley Season 2, Episode 2. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, what another great episode for P Valley. A lot of different things happened in this episode. Your girl Mercedes, she took an L. She fell off that pole. Her shoulder was already jacked up. Autumn Night tried to get her some help last episode, but y'all know the OG. She ain't trying to hear it. And y'all know what happened, man. She took an L. It could have been worse. But thankfully, Diamond, he had some moves up his sleeve and he was able to help her out. But that whole thing about Montavious' ring and all that stuff, I got a feeling it's going to be a crazy, ending as far as that storyline. And it seems like the ghost of Montavious just may be hunting this club. A lot of you guys talked about this in the last episode. Y'all felt like it's going to be, a darker season based off what happened. And from the looks of it, you guys just may be right. It's a whole different vibe in season 2. And I got a feeling a lot of these characters will be going through a lot of struggling. The question is, what characters will be able to get through it? We know your girl Keyshawn, she got through some of her struggles in this episode. And Derek, that dude got to go. I don't care. She knows this dude said what he said, as far as the N-word and stuff like that. This dude going around stressed out about getting a job. I mean, I know it's hard for him, but still, she knows this dude ain't nothing. But she made the decision to stay with him and, pull out the strap on Diamond. So we're going to see as far as what she's going to do as far as this whole tour thing and how it's going to play out. But come on, we know this whole Keyshawn and Derek storyline is not going to end well, and it's just a matter of time before it really blows up. And this time around, she's not going to have Diamond to help her out. She's going to have to do it herself, similar to what she did in episode 2. She's going to have to outthink Derek, but at the same time, she really needs to be careful around him because that dude, he's on one, tracking her every move. That dude is very, very dangerous. She knows this, but we're going to see what she's going to do. But you guys, y'all let me know what y'all think about the whole Miss Mississippi storyline. It is all over the place. She's going through a lot, and I cannot wait to see how it's going to end. But let's start the recap. I'm going to try my best to focus on the key points like I told you guys, and if I miss anything, you let me know down below. Now, the episode begins with the auditions for Club Pink. We know Autumn Night, she wants some new girls. She wants to, get back to this money, and having these new girls come in with this new energy could bring a lot to the table. It can bring more customers to the club, right? Now, your dude, Big L, is out there. He runs into all the girls, I guess the girls that we know, which is, of course, Roulette, and she ain't having it. Of course, he sees Whisper out there, and then he runs into your girl, Big Bone, your girl, Miracle Watts. She is here in the P Valley universe, and Big L, he on it. He like, shit, my name Big L. She's like, my name Big Bone, and Big L, he trying to get up in that. Big L, he's trying to clap those cheeks. And to be honest with you, Big Bone, she couldn't even really do anything on the pole at all. We know this. She was in there struggling on that pole, right? I mean, all she can do was really just twerk. That was it. But as far as doing, those maneuvers on that pole, it was not happening at all. Mercedes was looking at her like, really? Like, there's no way this girl's going to make it. Ain't no way in the hell she's making it. But I will tell you this, Mercedes, she really liked what she saw out of Roulette and Whisper. They was killing it, you know what I'm saying? They did what they had to do. We already knew these two girls was going to make it just based off the simple fact that we knew about these girls before the season even aired. So Whisper and Roulette was already a guarantee. Mercedes, she was looking at them like, man, I already know they going to kill it. They're going to get all the attention. We know Mercedes, she don't play that. She's the OG. She's been carrying the club, and she feels like she is the best no matter what. No matter if her shoulder is messed up, she feels like she can continue to get all the praise and still be number one. But as I told you guys, we know Mercedes is old, she's injured, and she shouldn't be dancing for real. Now, of course, Whisper and Roulette, they were picked, but Autumn Night comes in out of nowhere, and the third and final pick goes to Big Bone. So I guess good looks and twerking, it gets you the job, because that's exactly what it got Big Bone. She was happy. Everybody else was looking confused, like, really? Like, it's no way, she got picked. Now, we know Autumn Night, she wants Mercedes to help out with these new girls. And Mercedes is like, look, I'm not no coach. I ain't about to sit up here and be doing all this stuff. But Autumn tells her, well, you are a coach. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do this. I need you to do this. I mean, Autumn Knight wasn't pulling no strings at all. Uncle Cliff had to walk away after that whole little exchange between Autumn Knight and Mercedes. Now, Corbin Cowell enters the club. You already know what he want to do. He wants to buy it. He wants to make sure that they can get rid of the club. Same stuff that we saw last season. The game plan is going to continue, but this time around, since Autumn Knight is the owner, maybe, he can pull some strings and get her to actually sell the club. Then we get to Derek, and Derek, he is on one. Derek, he is trying to press charges on Diamond, pretty much get Diamond locked up for that whole little fight that he had last season. The sheriff tells him, like, look, if Diamond gets locked up and charged for this, that means you're going to get locked up and charged for this as well. So you might as well just leave it alone, right? I mean, Derek, he is trying to play the victim. Like, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, you was in there disrespecting. You got what you deserve. Plain and simple. Now, Keyshawn is having a conversation with the sheriff, telling him about her being an influencer, getting money and stuff like that. Now, the sheriff does mention to her about Autumn Knight owning Club Pink, and he does ask her a very interesting question, and that is, what is Autumn Knight's real name? And to me, that was put in there for a reason, because I believe that Autumn Knight, she will be looked into. She's not going to be able just to, come up in there and, have it play all her way. Y'all best to believe that that sheriff ain't done yet, and Autumn Knight's, real name and all that stuff will continue to be investigated, and her character in general will continue to be investigated. But you guys let me know what y'all thought about that. And the sheriff, for him to even ask that question lets us know that he's on to something, right? Now, Mercedes, she is struggling out there on that pole. The new blood out there just, pretty much saying that she's old and she probably needs a little bit of help. Now, Big L out there laughing at her, and Mercedes, she ain't having it. And they have a conversation about Autumn Knight and how, how she started out, and that, the devil once was an angel. And you saw how that turned out. So it lets us know that, Autumn Knight and Mercedes, they're not going to have the best relationship this season, at least for the first half of it. And that Autumn Knight is changing. We've been seeing this, the way that she's been moving, the way that she's been talking. Autumn Knight is definitely moving different this season. Now, we know Autumn Knight and Uncle Cliff, they're having a conversation with Corbin Cowell, and they ain't trying to sell the club. They're like, look, we don't want this little money. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much ain't giving us nothing. And Autumn, she does mention, like, if you want to buy this club, we'll sell it for $10 million. So this girl really ain't playing. She's trying to get that money for real. And, she's not budging at all from the looks of it, right? Now, Corbin, he gets pissed off. He's calling Autumn Knight bees and stuff. He's running his mouth. And I'm looking like, man, this dude, he think he tough. Like, he really running his mouth like that. Uncle Cliff had to let him know, like, look, you ain't about to come up in there running your mouth like this. I mean, dude, you were just getting punked out last season by your brothers, dude. I mean, your face was all beat up last season. Now you want to come in season 2 running your mouth like somebody got a sale. Like, are you crazy? It ain't happening like that. So you already know that deal did not go through, at least as of right now, right? Now, Uncle Cliff does mention that 5 years ago, Corbin ain't had a pot to piss in, so he the last person that needs to be running his mouth about how somebody started, and also that he doesn't believe that Wayne Cowell, his brother, is going to win that whole election as far as becoming the real mayor, right? So we're going to see how that's going to play out, but I do think Wayne Cowell will win somehow, some way. It's going to be some shady stuff going on this season. I just cannot wait to see it. Now, Uncle Cliff is looking at the flyer for the grand opening, right? And come to find out, the date has been moved. It's going to be on Uncle Cliff's birthday. And Uncle Cliff ain't happy about that at all. And Cliff is like, man, like, the club ain't ready to open yet. And come to find out, this birthday is Cliff's 40th birthday. So it ain't like it's a regular birthday. This is a milestone. This is the milestone that was in the description for this episode. So of course, Uncle Cliff's going to feel some type of way about it. Now, we know Autumn was talking about, well, we need to open and get this money, because if we don't, we're going to have to take Corbin up on his offer. So Uncle Cliff, Autumn Knight, Mercedes, they all got some issues, right? And the main issue is with Autumn Knight's decisions. They don't like it at all. And as of right now, it's not looking too good as far as their future relationships, as far as doing good business together. But we gonna see. Now, let's talk about your girl Patrice. Look at this advertisement. I mean, I guess during the pandemic, she was making that money. She wasn't struggling. She was out there hustling. And based off this ad, she's going to continue to hustle, man. This lady be having me cracking up. I mean, seems like the people don't really like her, but she still is able to get this cake. You guys let me know what y'all think about Patrice, her church, and the things that she's doing so far this season. I can't wait to see her and Mercedes have some more conversations and see how everything is going between the two. Now, let's get to your boy Little Murda. And my fault on last week, I had that whole storyline messed up. It was Little Murda that was texting Cliff, and Cliff was not responding to him. So I had that wrong last week in episode 1's recap. But Little Murda comes, he's, trying to have a conversation with Uncle Cliff, letting Uncle Cliff know, like, look, I messed up. I could have handled everything better. He ain't been getting no responses back from those texts. And he's just trying to have a conversation because he's about to go on tour. Of course, Uncle Cliff is there. I mean, Uncle Cliff is by the door. He can hear everything that Little Murda is telling Grandma. And Little Murda, he already knows Uncle Cliff is there. He looks through the mirror, so he understands that Cliff is just hiding behind the door. But in reality, I mean, what's going to happen? Little Murda apologizes. If Uncle Cliff does say, you know what, I accept your apology, what's going to happen after that? You know what I'm saying? Because if they do decide to say, you know what, we're going to get together, is Little Murda willing to put that out to the public, right? Is he finally able to let everybody know his truth, which we know eventually is going to get out there. It's going to come eventually. I just don't know when it's going to happen, but we know based on TV in general, secrets don't last. And once this does get out, Little Murda is the one that's going to have to, accept the fact that this is who he is, and people are going to judge you no matter what you like, what you agree with. You're just going to have to be yourself. So, I still see it being issues down the line. Yes, Uncle Cliff does miss Little Murda or whatever, but still, those same issues is going to come. They're going to come regardless of what Little Murda is talking about. He's going to have to accept the fact that everybody's going to have to know, which at the end of the day, it can mess up his career, or nowadays it probably can help, but we gonna find out for sure. Then we get to Andre. He decides to go back to Mayor Ruffin's spot, and when he gets there, he sees all these water hoses connecting to his house, and he sees a guy out there in a wheelchair, and this dude was about to spray him. This dude was about to end Andre's life, but he didn't do it. And come to find out, Mayor Ruffin was paying all these people's water bills. I guess they was, behind payment. So he was doing a good deed, right, and taking care of their bills. Now, as Andre is looking through these documents, he is seeing that, maybe your boy Mayor Ruffin was getting money from the rich and giving back to the poor. He calls him Robin Hood. So that lets me know this dude was definitely scheming with the money. I mean, come on. We talking about Mayor Ruffin. Do y'all honestly believe he gonna do everything honest? It's just not happening. Now, Andre, he goes through those videos and he watches the video when he was a little boy. And this scene right here was a hell of a scene in my opinion. Now we see young Andre and Tydell, he's asking him, what did he want to be when he get older? Of course, Andre says Superman. And then, Mayor Ruffin had to tell him, like, look, tell me what we talked about. And this is where Andre tells him he wants to be the president. Now, the dude that was filming the videos talking about, man, you can't do that. They ain't gonna let you. And that's when Mayor Ruffin tells him, look, don't listen to this dude. Matter of fact, F him, F everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to these people. It's going to be people out there saying that you can't do certain things in life, and you go out there and do it to prove them wrong. This was a hell of a scene because you can see the emotions in Andre's eyes and, how close he was to Mayor Ruffin. I mean, they was real close. Even though he did some shady stuff, that was his dude, man. So we know Andre emotionally, this was a tough episode for him. I know he ain't been looking the best as far as his appearance. He's going through a lot, but hopefully as the season progresses, Andre gets better as far as his mental health, his physical health. I mean, everything. He needs to get himself together, but he's going through a lot. So it's very understandable as far as the things that he is dealing with. Then we get to Derek, and of course, he's going to find those diapers. We knew this was going to happen, and he's going to confront Keyshawn about this. Now, she's talking about she just wanted to get out or whatever. He's like, look, you went to that store to meet up with Diamond. And he's pissed off. He's yelling at her. I mean, this dude got to go, y'all. He got to go. We got to be smoking on this Derek pack soon. I'm tired of looking at his face. I'm tired of his outbursts that he be doing. I mean, he be going off. And he's telling Keyshawn that, she can just stay at the house, do work there. I mean, he's trying to control her every move, right? At the same time, he is tracking her movements. He knows where she's at, the time that she's at, wherever she's going to be at. And he's talking about the sheriff told me about Diamond working there and stuff. I mean, once he finds out that Keyshawn and Diamond had a little argument or disagreement, he calls up to the store talking about Diamond did this, did that, and, pretty much gets Diamond fired. You know what I'm saying? Complaining. Y'all know how it is. This dude, Derek, wants to control everything and telling Keyshawn he don't want her going on tour. She'll get shot before she gets sick and everything like that. Keyshawn does confront him about saying the N-word. And of course, Derek does what Derek is going to do. The same thing any other racist would do. Lies. He lies right to her face talking about, I would never do that. I mean, it's almost like I've heard this story before because it's happening so many times in our society today. This dude lies through his teeth. Now, Keyshawn is like, who even says that anyway? You know what I'm saying? Trying to just, see what he's going to say. I mean, she understands that he's lying. This dude's a flat out liar. He cannot hide it at all. Now, Keyshawn does make a smart move by saying, like, look, we need that house. The stuff that you promised that you are definitely not going to get because you're a bum. You're not getting it. So I need to go on tour. I need to get this money. We need to get this house. We need to get this, this, and that. The things that we, agreed to get together, but we're not getting them. And we can't stop putting in that work, or at least I can't stop putting in that work until we get those things. So going on tour would be the best move. And this is where Derek, he's like, okay, call Rome, set it up. We can see what he's talking about. At the end of the day, I'm going to continue to say it. This storyline is not going to end well. It's going to end bad, man. I just got that funny feeling that eventually it's going to blow up. All I'm hoping is your boy Derek gets smoked. He got to go. He need to get dusted, smoked like a pack of blacks. This guy, he got to go. What do you guys think of him? Let me know down below. Now, Little Murda knows he's about to do the whole tour thing. He contacts DJ Never Scared to see what he's on. But DJ Never Scared, he is down in Atlanta because he's putting in that work. He's about to make another hit. But this time, he's going to be with your girl, Megan Thee Stallion. And as we can see, they didn't show her face. We saw her hands. We heard her voice. It makes a lot of sense. There's already been rumors about her being in P Valley. We saw her at the premiere. So it's just a matter of time before we actually get to see her, put in that work. And in my prediction, I got a feeling that Megan Thee Stallion and your boy Little Murda may do a hit down the line together. DJ Never Scared, he kind of mentioned it, telling Little Murda that maybe it is something that he should be jumping on, right? We know Little Murda wasn't really trying to hear it as of right now, but I would not be surprised if later on in the season something does happen. But what do you guys think about Megan Thee Stallion entering the P Valley universe? Then we get to Little Murda's boy, Big Teak. He is free. Now, Wody, he's like, look, you need some security. I need to go ahead and pick him up. He just got released. And I got a feeling this dude, he's going to be a problem. And just based off the way that Little Murda was looking at him, I mean, look at him right here. Does this look like, he's really excited for real? I think he is. Like, that's my boy that he's out, whatever. But to me, this is a look of concern. Like, Little Murda knows something about him and that he's going to be on something later on. But we're definitely going to find out down the line what is up with Big Teak's character. Then we get to Miss Mississippi in Rome. We know she needed him to come over to convince Derek to let her go on tour. And let's just be honest, she's trying to get this money. She's like, look, I ain't going for no chump change. This is her strategy in order for her to be able to leave and in order for her to get more money down the line. She's talking about she don't even know if this is really worth it, seeing that Derek is about to get this management position. I mean, Derek ain't about to get nothing. I mean, this dude just flat out broke. The last thing that he is getting is a job, and we know he got some more bad news in this episode. But Rome is like, man, she done switched up on me. Everything was cool at first. Now she is talking about she need more and all this stuff like that. But he understands that he needs Keyshawn on this tour. She is the money maker. She's going to bring all the people in. It's smart to have her. So he's willing to do whatever it takes to get her to be a part of the whole tour. Then we get to your girl Whisper. And Whisper, she has some special talents. It seems like she can read energy. She can tell if certain things, had happened in the past. And this is very important because we know later on in the episode, when they go into the Paradise Room, she's going to be able to read the energy. And the way she looked at Mercedes lets me know she may know some things. Now, one of the girls end up finding out about, a certain dude not being the baby father of the baby. And that's because your girl Whisper, she got that talent. Now, Autumn Night is telling Mercedes, like, look, I know you missed this. It's been a while now. You got to go out there and do what you got to do. Mercedes, she's been carrying the load for a while, and now everybody is back. It is the reopening. So she wants to make sure she goes out there and handles business. Now, Uncle Cliff is all on Little Murda's Instagram page, looking at the tour information, all up in those feelings, right? Uncle Cliff just trying to kick it for real. I mean, being 40, that's a milestone. And at the end of the day, Uncle Cliff probably really wanted to celebrate, but it was just hard to accept the fact that you're turning 40 and things are changing, but you still need to celebrate. Now, Grandma, she's talking about, I need you to go outside and take out the trash, which we know what we find out was a complete setup, right? Now, Uncle Cliff goes outside, takes out the trash, and out of nowhere, we got these guys popping up with some scream masks on, and it was about 2 of them, I would say. I mean, Uncle Cliff ain't a small person, you know what I'm saying? That's a big dude for real. But it didn't stop these guys from hemming Uncle Cliff up, and we already know they was going to be taking him to the surprise party. Now, we get back to the club, and it seems like Toy, she's upset that Big Bone is up there dancing on the bar table, and she wants Autumn Night to handle this because she ain't feeling it. Big Bone don't care. Big Bone up there getting paid, twerking. I told y'all, that's all she's probably good for as of right now. I can't wait to see her and Diamond hook up, but in this episode, she was turning up. And Autumn Night was about to go talk to her, but we know she had to confront Big L because Big L was trying to put out a fire. I'm looking like, man, it's going down up in this club. All types of stuff is just happening. Now, Uncle Cliff finally gets to the surprise party. Turns out it's like a prom themed out for Uncle Cliff. And we learned that Uncle Cliff did not get to go to prom. And Cliff is like, man, I ain't even got no clothes or nothing, no makeup. I'm looking like a runaway slave. And they like, look, you good. Good thing you got a grandma like Grandma Ernestine. You good. The outfit is already ready for you. So Uncle Cliff, got changed, came out, and it seems like the whole night Uncle Cliff was thinking about Little Murda. I mean, it was a fake Little Murda looking dude there, but it wasn't the real Little Murda, right? Now, this lets me know that Uncle Cliff really wants, to have that conversation, to talk things out with Little Murda. I think that's going to happen later on in the season, but tonight it definitely did not happen. Not face to face, at least. I mean, we know Uncle Cliff was behind that door, but they're probably going to have a discussion soon. Now, your girl Whisper is able to read this energy. They're in the Paradise Room. We know Montavious got taken out in the Paradise Room. And I told y'all last season, the person that did it was Mercedes. That was my prediction just based off her reaction. And you can just tell the look on Whisper's face. She knew. She was like, man, you did this. You did something crazy up in here, right? And that look that she gave Mercedes, to me, lets me know that Whisper definitely knows Mercedes did something very, very foul in that room. Now we get back to Uncle Cliff, and Uncle Cliff done end up hooking up with the fake Little Murda looking boy. Uncle Cliff is like, screw it. I got to take what I can get up in here. I mean, it's my birthday. Might as well get something. So I'm pretty sure Uncle Cliff is not going to forget this birthday. I mean, it is a milestone birthday, and how everything ended up going is something that is never going to be forgotten, in my opinion. Now we get back to Club Pink, and Whisper and Roulette, they killing it. They are just flat out killing it. Mercedes, she's just trying to keep up with the young blood, the new blood, trying to keep up with these young girls. It ain't smart. It's just not smart, and she ends up taking a huge L. I mean, she was falling down like Ghost fell off that balcony when Tariq popped him. I mean, she was falling, right? And then she finally woke up from blacking out because that was a long fall. I mean, that pole was very, very high. She was up very high. Now she wakes up and Uncle Cliff is telling her, like, look, Diamond gonna have to do his thing. he gonna have to sit up here and save you, girl, because your stuff is all jacked up. And Diamond, he was about to put in that work. I mean, this dude is special. He got special powers, right? Special magic. I mean, at the end of the day, having Diamond around probably was the smartest thing that could have happened, right? Now, once Diamond started to do his techniques and stuff like that, Autumn Night was tripping out like, damn, like what the hell is he doing? Uncle Cliff, man, the dude had me cracking up. He said, look, if he can do that without touching you, just imagine what the D can do. I'm looking like this, man, Uncle Cliff, I don't care what nobody say. Uncle Cliff be having me rolling. Now, Diamond is able, to heal Mercedes, at least take a lot of the pain away. Apparently, she has 7 pounds of pressure in that shoulder area. We know it takes about 7 pounds to pull the trigger of a gun, and we know Montavious was taken out, right? So, once again, this to me confirms that Mercedes was the one that popped Montavious, and it clarifies why she was very, very emotional after that night. Now, Diamond, he has decided to hold on to Montavious's ring, right? And Autumn Night, she's tripping out like, why in the hell would you even keep this ring in the first place? Like, are you crazy? This could mess all of us up. And Diamond is like, look, I'm keeping this for me. I'm making sure that I am protected. At the end of the day, I got rid of the body, and that is for my protection and yours. So Diamond is like, screw all that. I'm keeping the ring for insurance policies, and so be it. So we're going to see how that's all going to play out. Mercedes, she's pissed off at Autumn Night. She's blaming her for everything. She tells her, like, look, you got to get your stuff and you got to get the hell up out of my spot. You can't stay with me no more. Autumn, she's like, please, I'm trying to stay there. Like, what's going on? But nope, ain't happening tonight. Your girl Autumn Night has to sleep at the club all by herself. Then we get back to Miss Mississippi and Derek. Man, I can't stand this dude. Now, Keyshawn decides to throw them cheeks on Derek in order to make sure she goes on this tour. I mean, ain't nothing gonna stop her from going on that tour. So she's gonna play mind games with Derek. As I told you guys, and I will continue to tell you guys, how do you think this is going to end? Because it's going to end very, very bad. But Keyshawn is going to do things mentally to get the upper hand on Derek. But I got a feeling that dude is going to try something and it's going to be very, very dangerous. So hopefully Keyshawn is ready for what's to come. Now, we get to Autumn Night. She's at Club Pink all by herself. It is time to go to bed, but she wants to go out there and get one last little pole dance, right? Now, look at the screen. Your boy Montavious, the ghost of Montavious, pops up on the camera. And I'm looking like, okay, so the rumors are true about this season being dark. We're going to see all types of weird type things going on in season 2. Now, Autumn Night goes out there, gets her little dance on. Your boy Andre popped up out of nowhere, right? And he's thanking Autumn Night for encouraging him to come back and, help out with the funeral and just, be able to grieve and get over the loss of Mayor Ruffin. And this was a very emotional episode for Andre. This is the worst we've seen him, from his appearance, from his mentality. I mean, his emotions and everything was all over the place. It makes sense seeing how close him and Mayor Ruffin was. And we know at the end of this episode, him and Haley, they, hug it out. They got a lot of chemistry. They're going to continue to build up this relationship. Eventually, the two will be hooking up. I just don't know when it's going to happen. But we know him and, Autumn Night definitely has some things going on. Then we get to the end of the episode. Miss Mississippi, she said, you know what? It is time to go on that tour. Derek has let his guard down. Now it is time for her to hit this 12-city tour with Little Murda. We know Wody is with him. Of course, Big Teak. That dude straight up crazy. He gonna be with him. And we got your boy Rome. So this is gonna be a crazy little storyline. I got a feeling it's gonna blow up. We know Keyshawn, she is the selling point. She is the person that's gonna make everybody come out and watch Little Murda perform and see what she's gonna do as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out. Seeing that Derek will have issues with this down the line, in my opinion, but I can't wait to see the conclusion of all this. I can't wait to see episode 3. You guys let me know, man. Leave your theories, predictions. Leave it all down below. How did y'all feel about episode 2? It seems like your girl Megan Thee Stallion will be entering the P-Valley universe. Well, we saw her in this episode, but we didn't really see her face. But it's going to happen down the line. They've been kind of building this up. As I told you guys, there's been rumors about her being in the show for, I would say the last couple years or whatever. So it seems like those rumors are true. This is why she was at the premiere in the first place. Once I saw her at the premiere, I knew, like, yeah, she's definitely going to be in this show this season, and I cannot wait to see it. But a lot of different things did happen in episode 2. We know Big Teak will be an issue down the line, in my opinion, between him and Little Murda. And how long would Autumn Night be able to hide that identity? We saw the sheriff. We, know he asked Keyshawn about if she knew the real name of Autumn Night. She said, look, a stripper never tells her real name. So that lets me know eventually this dude's going to continue to dig, and he's probably going to find something. And also, Montavious hunting the club. I mean, what the hell is going on up in here? I mean, it's going to be crazy in season 2. Now, the good thing is Diamond is most likely going to be coming back to Club Pink, and I can't wait to see it because him and Big Bone, they about to get it cracking up in there, man. He going to be clapping those cheeks for sure. But you guys, like I said, man, leave those theories, predictions, leave it all down below. Y'all let me know exactly how y'all felt about this episode. I will be dropping the what to expect for you guys for episode 3 probably tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.